tears gone cold on the bedside table. The shadows are stretching across the floor. I'm tracing the cracks in the ceiling plaster, wondering what we were fighting for. Your keys are still sitting right by the doorway, like they're waiting for hands that won't come home. And the silence is louder than any explosion in this house that's become a tomb of almost. I found your ghost in the scent of my sweater, a lingering note of cedar and rain. I tried to wash it away this morning, but I couldn't bear to lose the pain. Because pain is the only thing left that's honest, the only thread still tied to your sleeve. Now I'm begging the stars for a different ending to a story I wasn't ready to leave. And I'm holding on to one last hope, like a fraying end of a heavy rope, looking for a spark in a sky gone black, waiting for a heart that's never coming back. Is there a way to unbreak the glass, to stop the future and forget the past? I'm standing on the edge of the great unknown, clinging to one last hope, all alone. Do you remember the night by the river? You said that the current would carry our sins, but now I'm the one who is gasping for air, where the water ends and the sorrow begins. I've memorized every I love you whispered, I've archived the way that you looked in the light. Now I'm just a ghost in a gallery of memories, trying to make it through one more night. They say that time is a healer, but time is just a thief in disguise. It steals the sound of your laughter and leaves the salt in my eyes. I trade every tomorrow I've left just to go back to the start, to keep the good in the goodbye and save the pieces of my heart. Yeah, I'm holding on to one last hope, like a fraying end of a heavy rope, looking for a spark in a sky gone black, waiting for a heart that's never coming back. Is there a way to unbreak the glass, to stop the future and forget the past? I'm standing on the edge of the great unknown, clinging to one last hope. Hope, like a fraying end of a heavy rope, looking for a spark in a sky gone black, waiting for a heart that's never coming back. Is there a way to unbreak the glass, to stop the future and forget the past? I'm standing on the edge of the great unknown, clinging to one last hope. The clock is still ticking, but the gears are tired. The sun's coming up, but it feels like the end. I'll leave the porch light on for a while, just in case you're around the bend. One last breath, one last plea, one last hope, that you're still thinking of me.
Sitting in the blue light of the hallway, watching how the dust motes drift and fall. Your suitcase is a monument to distance, leaning against the hollow, quiet wall. I wanna freeze a clock upon the mantle to keep the shadows right where they are now. 'Cause once you turn that handle, I'll break the only vow I didn't know how to keep. There's a photograph we took in San Francisco, where the fog was tangled in your hair. We look like two people with a secret that they never had to share. Now you're folding up the maps we never followed, leaving all the empty spaces thin. Silence in this kitchen is a swallow, waiting for the morning to begin. I'm reaching for your hand like it's an anchor in a storm that's tearing up the shore. But I can feel the weight of all the anchor drifting out beneath the door. Let me hold you for one final second before love becomes a memory on the shelf. Before I have to learn the art of living with a hollowed out version of myself. Don't turn out the lights, don't turn out the fire, don't extinguish the stars that swore we were. Just stay in the warmth of this burning desire before love becomes a memory of the man and her. The car engine's humming, a dirge in the drive. I'm fighting the urge to scream that I'm alive, but I'm frozen in the hallway, watching you fade into the shadows of the mistakes we made. I see you reach for the latch, I see your shoulders shake, and the glass in my heart starts to shiver and break. Tear down the wall, stop the sun. I'm not ready for the fading to be done. Give me the strength to watch you go while I'm begging the moon to keep it slow. Oh God, it's cold. Oh God, it's bright. This memory is my only light. Don't go, don't go. But the promise is over and everyone there. Let me hold you for one final second before love becomes a memory on the shelf. I'm standing in the wreckage and I'm learning every loss before love becomes a memory, no matter what it costs. The light is gone, the ghost is here. Now love's a memory that won't disappear. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
found the Polaroid we took in that rainy city square. You were laughing at the thunder with wild and tangled hair. We wrote our names in permanent ink on the back of that old frame. But time is like a river that doesn't feel the same. Now the edges are all curled and yellow, just like our vows. I'm looking at the forever that we're breaking here and now. The house is full of boxes, but the air is hollow and thin. I don't know where the ending stops and the morning begins. We used to talk about the future like it was a certain shore, building up a kingdom we'd never have to floor. No matter what you whisper when the lights were getting low, but no matter what is a heavyweight when you're letting go. I'm watching how you fold your sweater, so careful and so cold, like you're erasing every story that we ever rightly told. The key is on the counter, shining like a jagged stone, a monument to the life that I'll be living all alone. The stars are out tonight, but they don't look familiar anymore. They're just lights in the distance for a heart that's closed the door. We're standing at the finish line of a race we didn't run, looking at the damage of the fading we've begun. It was a promise we couldn't keep, a bridge we couldn't cross. I'm counting up the minutes and I'm valuing the loss. We swore upon the moon and we bet upon the sun, but now we're just the echoes of the wars we haven't won. I'll keep the ring in the bottom drawer, hidden from the day, a ghost of the forever that we had to throw away. Yeah, it breaks my heart to watch you fall asleep next to a promise we simply couldn't keep. The car is idling outside, the exhaust is like a cloud. I wanna scream your name, I wanna be insanely loud, but I just stand there in the hallway, paralyzed and still, watching gravity break us against our will. You look at me one last time with eyes that overflow, and I finally understand why we have to let this go. Tear down the myth, burn down the dreams. Nothing is as beautiful as it really seems. I'd trade 1,000 mornings for one more yesterday, for one more second where we didn't walk away. Oh God, it hurts, oh God, it's cold. The lonely, the story that was ever told. Just stay, just stay. But the promise is broken anyway. It was a promise we couldn't keep, a bridge we couldn't cross. I'm standing in the darkness and I'm learning every loss. We swore upon the moon, but the moon is out of sight, and I'm broken by the promise we made tonight. The rain on the roof, ghost in the hall. We tried for forever and lost it all. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed we used to share, breathing in the heavy, scentless air. I've deleted your number at least a dozen times, but I've memorized the rhythm of your crimes. The coffee's getting cold, a circle on the wood. I'd fix the cracks between us if I only knew I could. I'm halfway through the door, my hand is on the frame, but my shadow's still whispering your name. I saw you at the market, you were buying peaches and wine, looking like a person who was never really mine. I wanted to scream to make the house fall down, but I'm just another ghost in this hollow, quiet town. They say time is a healer, a slow-working friend, but time is just a highway that never seems to end. I'm a letter in the rain, the ink is starting to run, trying to remember when the fading first begun. I'm standing at the cliff, I'm looking at the sea, afraid of who I'll be when there's no more you and me. And I'm almost letting go, but I'm holding on to air, fingers reaching out for a love that isn't there. It's the longest goodbye that a heart could ever take, a beautiful soul-crushing mistake. I'm one step forward, 3 miles back, watching my future turn into fading black. Yeah, I'm almost letting go, almost but not yet. I found your old sweatshirt in the back of the car, a relic of a war that left us with a scar. It doesn't smell like you, it just smells like the end, like the broken promises we no longer can mend. I'm packing up the pictures, I'm clearing out the shelf, but I'm losing the part of me that I gave to yourself. Just open the door, or lock me inside. I'm tired of the secrets we're trying to hide. I'm drowning in the shallow, I'm starving in the light. I'm fighting a war that I already lost tonight. Tear down the walls, set the ashes free. Just give me the strength to finally be me. And I'm almost letting go, but I'm still holding tight, begging for a reason to survive the night. It's the longest goodbye, and I'm losing my mind, trying to leave the love that I can't leave behind. The key is on the table, the light is getting low. I'm almost letting go. keys are on the table, right where you always put them down. But there's a different kind spreading through this town. I'm watching you pack shadows into the trunk of your sedan, trying to remember when I start being your man. You're moving with a purpose, like you've practiced this in dreams, while I'm over in the corner, ripping at the seams. I wanna say something clever, something that'll make you stay, but my throat is full of ashes and the words just drift away. Do you remember that winter in the city, when the heat went out for days? We stayed warm beneath the covers in a tangled golden haze. You said we were unbreakable, a fire in the snow. Now I'm looking at your taillights, getting ready to go. The house is getting bigger with every step you take. I can hear the foundation starting to bend and break. I'm memorizing the way the light catches your hair, because tomorrow I'll be reaching for a ghost that isn't there. The air is getting thin, the room is spinning round. I'm reaching for the sky while I'm crashing to the ground. Is there a secret language I haven't learned to speak, to tell you that without you I am paralyzed and weak? Oh, don't let this be the end. Don't let the fire go cold. Don't let our story be a tale that's already been told. I'll find a way to fix the parts that I let fall apart. I'll be the gravity that holds together your heart. If you walk through that door, the sun is never gonna rise. I'll be living in the winter of your cold and dark goodbyes. Just turn around, just take a breath, just be my only friend. Please, darling, don't let this be the end. I know I've been a stranger, lost inside my own head, leaving all the important things completely left unsaid. But I'm waking up, I'm seeing now, I'm finally awake. Don't make me pay forever for this one soul-crushing mistake. I see you reach for the handle, I see your knuckles turning white. Is this the moment that we vanish into the endless night? I'm standing here shattered, everything I believe. You're the air in my lungs, you're the only thing I need. Don't let the silence win, don't let the distance grow. I'm begging on my knees, please don't let go. I'll rewrite the stars, I'll change the hands of time. Just stay in this life, just stay being mine. Don't let the door close, don't turn the key, don't wipe away the memory of you and me. Don't let this be the end, don't let the fire go cold. I'm not ready for the story to be over and told. If you walk through that door, the sun is never gonna rise. I'm staring at the ghost of us through these tired, broken eyes. Don't let it be. Not today. I'm still here. Don't walk away. Ooh. Ooh.
Coffee's cold on the nightstand where you used to sleep, and the silence in this hallway is a promise I can't keep. I'm still walking on my tiptoes, scared to wake the ghost of us, watching gold turn into iron, watching love turn into rust. I found your ribbon in the hallway, it still smells like June. Now I'm just a lonely dancer in an empty, darkened room. They say that time is a healer, that the bleeding eventually stops, but I'm just counting the seconds by the rhythm of the drops. I know the door is wide open, I know I'm free to go, but there's a part of me staying for a person I used to know. So I'm holding on a little longer, even if it breaks my hands, building castles out of whispers in the shifting desert sands. I'm not ready for the ending, I'm not ready for the light. I'd rather live inside this shadow than face a world without you tonight. Just a little longer, just one more heartbeat of a lie. I saw your car at the intersection, my heart nearly left my chest, but the driver was a stranger and the ghost was laid to rest. How do I unlearn the way you laugh, or the way you take your tea? How do I stop looking for the half of me that's you and not just me? I'm rewriting all our memories, changing how the story ends. In the pages of my fever dream, we're more than just ex-friends. The world is moving so fast now, screaming let it all go, but my feet are buried deep in the only home I'll ever know. I know the fire is freezing, I know the well has run dry, but I'm still reaching for the lightning in a hollow, empty sky. So I'm holding on a little longer, even if it breaks my hands, building castles out of whispers in the shifting desert sands. I'm not ready for the ending, I'm not ready for the light. I'd rather live inside this shadow than face the world without you tonight. It hurts, God, it hurts to be the only one who's still on the line, to be the only one who's stuck while you're doing just fine. Am I a fool for the hope? Am I a slave to the pain? Or am I just a man standing out in the pouring rain, waiting for a summer that's never coming back? Never coming back. Yeah, I'm holding on a little longer, even if it kills the soul, trying to keep the pieces steady when I've lost all my control. I'm not ready for the sorry, I'm not ready for goodbye. I'd rather stay here in the wreckage than watch the last ember die. Just a little longer. The lights are flickering out, the room is getting cold, but I'm still holding, I'm still. The clock on the wall is the only thing speaking tonight, ticking like a hammer in the fading yellow light. I'm counting the breaths you take while you're pretending to sleep, mapping out the secrets that you've promised to keep. Your suitcase is huddled like a thief by the door, waiting for the moment I can't take anymore. I want to reach out and touch the warmth of your skin, but I'm scared if I do, the freezing will begin. We used to be a wildfire, a beautiful unending roar, and now we're just the ashes settling on the floor. I see the way you look at me when you think I don't see, like I'm a fading photograph of who I used to be. Every I love you feels like a debt you have to pay, a stone you're throwing down to pave your path away, and I'm just a witness to my own slow decline, holding on to a hand that's no longer mine. The silence is a canyon, the distance is a sea. I'm begging for the version of you that stayed for me. I'm walking on a wire that's fraying at the end, and trying to find a break that I can still pretend to mend. And I'm hanging by a heartbeat, swinging in the dark, waiting for the morning to extinguish every spark. I'm holding on to gravity, I'm holding on to ghosts. I'm loving the version of you that I miss the most. One more minute, one more breath, one more lie to believe before you finally stand up and ask me to leave. It's a long way down and the air is getting thin, hanging by a heartbeat, and the losing's about to begin. The sun starts to bleed through the cracks in the blind, searching for the pieces of the us we left behind. I see you stir, I see your eyes start to clear, and the crushing weight of reality is finally here. You're reaching for your keys, you're reaching for your code, leaving me a shipwreck that can no longer float. Don't look away, don't be so cold. I'm not ready to be a story that's already been told. I'll be the silence, I'll be the noise, I'll be the echo of all our broken joys. Cut the rope or pull me in, but don't let this purgatory win. I'm screaming underwater, I'm dying in the light. Just give me one reason to survive the night. I'm hanging by a heartbeat, swinging in the dark. I finally stopped looking for that dying spark. I'm holding on to nothing, I'm letting go of ghosts. I'm losing the version of you that I love the most. That I love the most.
hanging by. Behind you walked away so cleanly, not a shadow on your face, while I'm still here, haunted by the burden from within. I try to be the bigger man, to let the seasons pass, to let the winter freeze the heart and shatter all the glass. But even in the silence, even in the cold, there's a story in my marrow that refuses to be told. The world says grief is just love that's lost its way back home, but mine is like a lone whale song beneath the ocean foam. It calls into the darkness, it calls into the deep. It wakes me from the only peace I find when I'm asleep. I've tried to find a newer fire, a candle just for me, but everything I touch just tastes like disappointment and regret. I'm a servant to a master who doesn't know my name. I'm a letter stamped, return to sender, burning in the flame. They say that letting go is strength, that moving on is brave, but I'm still standing guard beside an empty open grave, waiting for a miracle to breathe back in the soul of a love that didn't know it wasn't in control. It's the love that refused to die even when you killed it, the cup that stays overflowing no matter how you spilled it. It survives on the scraps, it lives on the dreams. It's the quietest scream at the edge of the seams. You can burn every bridge, you can turn every table, but this heart is a book that will never be a fable. It's a secret place where I'm broken but true, the love that refused to die because of you. I saw you in the city, you were laughing in the rain, and for a split second I forgot my own name. I wanted to run to you, to lay my soul down at your altar, to see if just one look could make your certain heart falter. But I stayed in the shadows, I stayed in the dark, protecting the last flickering spark of a wildfire that's hungry, that's jagged and mean, feeding on the ghost of the man I could have been. Let the years come, let them try. This is the love that never dies. I'll use this pain until the day I die. I'll be the violin to an empty room, I'll be the flower in the tomb. Why won't it stop? Why won't it go? It's the only rhythm that I've come to know. It's curled and wounded, but it won't let go. It won't let go. loving you. Maybe one day I'll be okay, but tonight I break your way.
The house is humming a different tune since you pulled out the drive. I'm just going through the motions, barely feeling alive. I found your favorite coffee mug chipped on the kitchen floor. It's like the porcelain knew you weren't coming back no more. I've been tracing the patterns of the rain on the paint, trying to find a logic for this kind of pain. We built a kingdom on a foundation of sand. Now I'm just watching it slip through my hands. I passed that little bistro where we had our first fight. The neon sign was flickering in the middle of the night. I almost stopped the car, almost walked inside to see if I could find the pieces of the love that died. But the chairs were all stacked and the windows were dark, just like the dying embers of our very last spark. I'm staring at my phone like it's a loaded gun, waiting for a message saying we aren't done. Is it a crime to hope when the evidence is clear, to keep a candle burning for a ghost that isn't here? I'm standing at the crossroads, refusing to turn, in the middle of a bridge that I watched us burn. Just give me one more chance to stay. Don't let the morning wash the us away. I'll be the silence, I'll be the sound, I'll be the light when the sun goes down. I know I broke the promises I swore I'd keep, but I'm screaming your name while the whole world's asleep. Don't close the book, don't turn the page, don't leave me locked inside this empty cage. One more chance, just one more chance to stay. They say time is a healer, but time is a thief. It steals all the joy and it leaves all the grief. I'm counting the minutes, I'm counting the days, lost in a thick, unforgiving haze. I trade every sorry I never quite meant for one light is fading on the lawn, and I'm still here, but you're gone.
The floorboards are cold and the hallway is miles long tonight. I'm tracing the cracks in the ceiling by the pale street light. You're moving in silence, a ghost in a faded blue shirt, trying so hard not to show me how much this will hurt. The boxes are stacked like a wall between who we have been and the unfamiliar world that's about to begin. I wanna say stay, but the air in my lungs is like lead, so I'm counting the heavy-hearted things that we've already said. I found your old keychain, the one with the rusted brass heart. It's funny how objects stay whole while we're falling apart. I remember the kitchen, the sunlight, the laughter like wine, when I didn't have to beg for a moment of your time. Now we're just polite strangers, negotiating the end, acting like loss is a wound that a handshake can mend. But I see the way your hand shakes while you're holding the door, like you're scared if you look back, you'll fall to the floor. The clock is a judge and the ticking is the final decree. I'm staring at the widening canyon between you and me. One step to the left and we're lost in the dark, waiting for the frost to extinguish the spark. And I'm standing on the edge of goodbye, looking down at the shattered remains of our hollow, quiet town. The wind is a whisper, the sky is a bruise, taking blue. I'm terrified of learning to breathe without you. Don't let go of the handle, don't turn the key yet. Give me one more soul crushing second of purest regret. It's a long way to fall from a love built so high, right here on the edge of goodbye. Driveway, the engine is humming a dirge. I'm fighting the desperate and final urge to lay in the gravel and block out the tires, to burn down the house and the dreams of the lies. But I just stand here frozen, petrified wood, watching you leave like I always knew you would. Tear the stars from the sky, stop the morning light. I don't wanna survive in the darkness tonight. Is there a secret you kept? Is there a promise you missed? Does mercy in this purgatory even exist? Don't walk, don't run, don't vanish from me. I'm drowning in the shell of what we used to be. Edges crumbling, the ground is gone. How do I face the dawn? shattered remains of our hollow, quiet town. I'm holding on to nothing, I'm letting go of ghosts, I'm losing the version of you that I love the most. The door clicks shut, the air is cold, I'm falling, I'm gone. Goodbye. Hidden in the loose stone by the gate. A tiny part of me refuses to accept that it's too late. I haven't moved the photos or the half-empty bottle on the shelf. I'm still having conversations with you, mostly to myself. They say that grief is just love with nowhere else to go. I'm okay with being wrong, if it means I get to keep you in the middle of this song. 'Cause I'm still believing in us, even if you're not. Holding on to every little piece of love we got. Call me a fool or a dream, or call me stuck in the past, but I'm building a bridge out of memories I hope will last. If there's a million to one chance that you're missing me too, I'll stay right here in the wreckage. I'll stay right here in the wreckage, waiting for you. I'll stay right here in the wreckage. Yeah, the world might see a ghost, but I see a fire that's still a crush. I'm still believing in us. Is it insanity, or is it just loyalty to stay in the house that we built for the royalty? I'll take the rain, I'll take the cold, I'll be the one with the stories untold. Just give me a sign or a whisper or a breath before I put this hope to an everlasting death. Don't let it be lights go out, I'm still believing through the silence and the doubt. The key is still there in the stone by the gate. I'll be here, I'll wait. Would you like me to refine the bridge section to be more?
Tea is sitting untouched on the weathered cedar table. We're staring at the walls like we're trapped inside a fable. Your eyes are fixed on the shadows by the gate, while I'm counting up the seconds that we're sacrificing to fate. I wanna reach across the silence to catch your trembling hand, but there's a widening canyon where our castle used to stand. I'm memorizing the rhythm of your breathing in the dark, searching for the embers of a dying final spark. There's a Polaroid from August when the world was made of gold, a relic of a promise that we didn't think would fold. Now the colors are all bleeding, turning gray and thin. I don't know where the ending stops and the morning should begin. You're folding up the maps to the places we won't go, moving with a quiet grace that's killing me so slow. The keys are on the counter waiting for the morning light, while I'm begging the universe to freeze us in tonight. The clock is ticking louder with every beat of my heart, watching how the gravity is pulling us apart. One final breath of winter is settling in the room, holding on to everything before the final doom. When love is about to fade, it's the loneliest kind of blue. I'm losing the only version of the world that started with you. It's the softest kind of breaking, it's a whisper in the rain, a beautiful obsession keeping me in pain. I'll carry the ghost of the man I could have been, while I watch the last sunset finally sinking in. Oh, give me one more second in the warmth of what we made before the lights go out and love begins to fade. I see you reach for your jacket, I see you check the door. The silence isn't empty, you're screaming for much more. I wanna tear the stars down, I wanna stop the clock, I wanna be the anchor, I wanna be the rock. But the car is idling outside, its exhaust is like a shroud. In this quietest of moments, my heart is being loud. Say I'm the world, stop the morning light. I'm not ready for the fading to be done tonight. Give me the strength to watch you drive away, while I'm begging every memory to stay for one more day. Oh God, it's cold, oh God, it's thin. This ending is the war I'll never win. Don't go, but the story is over and everyone knows. When love is about to fade, It's the loneliest kind of blue. I'm standing in the wreckage, learning every loss. I'll keep the fire burning, no matter what it costs. The light is gone, the ghost is here. Now love is faded into the clear. Goodbye.